All right, everybody. It's Matt Schmidt here, and I wanted to quickly go over the new Ads Manager format that came out very recently, as the time I'm recording this video. And depending on when you're watching it, you may have this new Ads Manager, or you may not. But more than likely, you're going to have it very soon. So that's why I wanted to cover it in this video to show you how we're adjusting with the times, and we're moving forward and still killing it with segmentation into large audiences. So let's go over to the ads changes and kind of get a brief overview of what happened. So you can no longer have multiple ads within an ad set as we did before. The targeting is done at the ad set level, as before it was done with the ad. So what does that change for us? So now we're going to have to very much create more ad sets within a campaign. Before you just had men mobile, men desktop, women mobile, women desktop. Now you're going to be creating a whole lot more ad sets within your one campaign. And again, this is for large audiences. Now, if you're segmenting anything below 1 million, and let's talk about 500,000 below first, I would just do the platform at first. And this is at the forefront. Remember, I'm not talking about when you look at your reports and adjust accordingly. I'm talking about segmentation into audiences on the forefront. So anything 500 and below, you would possibly do the the mobile and the desktop. Anything below that, above that, and below 1 million, you're going to be doing platform and gender. And anything above 1 million, you're really going to want to do your age groups on the forefront. Now, of course, when you are going through your data on any ad, on any campaign, you're going to want to look at it and kill and scale and optimize accordingly. But what I'm talking to you about is segmentation on the forefront before you run traffic at it, to really make sure that you maximize your results into a large audience. So segmentation wise, same process and same setup as before. What we're going to be doing is creating an ad in the Ads Manager, just my preference, and then going to the Power Editor to duplicate it. I just want to spend my time in Power Editor just to duplicate. I don't like it for standard ad setup. So create one ad in the Ads Manager for platform, gender, age group. Duplicate all the age groups for there. So you can only be duplicating at this at this level right here at the age group, right? And then what we're going to do is highlight all of those and then duplicate them to change it to the other gender. Now we have one platform, both genders, all age groups for each gender. Then I'm going to highlight all of those and duplicate out for the platform, giving me a platform, gender, age group for everything that's available in my audience. So let's go over to the Ads Manager and kind of check out what that means. So they've changed up a little bit. This is when you're creating an ad, and they've changed up the wording for some reason. But you could see if you highlight over this, the send people to your website is still a click to website objective. Promote conversions on your website, still a website conversion objective. And boost your post is still a page post engagement. Of course, that is what we're focusing on. So let's go over to that. I've clicked and selected my page, and I've selected my ad, and now here I am. So right here is where I'd probably change up the name if I were you. We'll leave it alone for now, and we'll kind of just go from there. And now you're going to see in step 2 really where the difference comes. This looks all familiar, right? But what the difference is that this is at the ad set level, and this used to be before at the ad level. That changes things for us, like we discussed before. But just to move forward, we're going to go forward. You're going to go here and go to our 25 to 34. And we're going to select men. And of course, we're going to put in our interest of Dirk Bentley. So we have 280 so far, but what we haven't done yet is changed out that platform. So let's go down and do that. And we'll do that in a second here. Let's quickly talk about how much we want to spend. Now, $5 for me is going to be a perfect amount to test on. Why is that? Well, at this level, I would hope that my ad converts on less than $5. But also, every single ad set that you get, every single ad within those ad set, You know, we're going to have a one-to-one relationship here, but they're all going to be getting traffic right off the bat. So within $5, you should have a very, very good idea whether you're getting a low cost per engagement, whether you're getting conversions, whether you're getting good reaction from your audience, and we'll be able to go from there. So $5 is a good amount. It's going to be the standard amount that's listed in there, and we're going to keep it. I'm going to set my campaign to, let's set tomorrow, and this isn't a live campaign, but if it was and it ended in a week or next Monday, we'll leave it like that. So again, setting 4 a.m. that specific time, and let's say it ended at 11 or at midnight, so I'll do that. Oop, making sure I get this. Okay, so we're still optimizing for our page post engagement. And now we want to name our ad set name, and it's already listed well for us here. So desktop men 25 to 34. Of course, I had that in there previously, so that's why it's there. But you got to make sure, don't take it for granted. You got to make sure that only men is or desktop is selected. So let's go ahead and remove mobile, and let's remove right column. Okay, so add your conversion pixel in here, add an exclusion for your custom audience, both of which are talked about in other videos. So you go through those, make sure that you're doing all the advanced steps. But right now I just want to place the order, and now I'm going to head over to the Power Editor and start duplicating. So we have our first ad set. It is desktop men 25 to 34. So before we would go down into the ads level, let me change that real quick. There we go. So before we would go down into the ad level and start duplicating ads, go to the ad set, duplicate those. Right now we're going to be going into the ad set level, and we're going to duplicate this first ad set. There we go. So for example purposes, I'm going to pretend that this is my audience that I want to go after. This is the young people who like Dirk Bentley. So, but if I was to keep going, I would go to 45 to 54, 55 to 64, just as we had done in the previous video. And you need to adjust accordingly, right? You need to figure out your audience and what is it that you're offering your audience. Look at the data and then create the ads accordingly. Don't just assume that a shirt that works for a 25-year-old will work for a 65-year-old. So let's keep going. So now we have desktop men 25 to 34, 35 to 44. I didn't actually change the targeting on this yet. I just changed the name. So let's hit edit audience. And so it's very much the same thing as we saw before. We'll go ahead and click 35 to 44. Nothing else needs to be changed. Hit save. Now we have created our ad group within our gender within our platform. So now what we need to do, as I said in the PowerPoint, we've already duplicated it out for all the age groups we're concerned of. Now we're going to need to highlight those and change all ads to the under gender. So let's go ahead and hit this, hit duplicate. Let's go ahead and change for organizational purposes. Get rid of this one. Woman. Okay, so again, that didn't change anything, right? So we're going to highlight both of these, hit edit, hit women, click save. So now we have, and you want to be careful here because it seems like Facebook just gave me an error. So that normally that should work. Now it doesn't, but a lot of changes are going on in Facebook right now. So let's hit women, 25 to 34. Seems to have given an error again. So let's go 35 to 44. Facebook is not always perfect, so we want to make sure that we're checking our data. We're not assuming that it's correct, and we want to adjust if it isn't. So now we have all the age groups that we want within both of the genders that we want. The only thing left to do is to highlight all of these, duplicate, there we go, and we're going to go down here, mobile, 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 and again, just name changing there. So let's go down here. So move this up, keep it so you know that you got it highlighted though, and you can hit, you got them all highlighted, and you're going to click mobile, and all have been changed. So let's go back and let's make sure we got male, we know it's mobile. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Again, double check your work. Did not take desktop off. You have to unclick desktop and click mobile. So I got mobile, men 25 to 34, mobile, male 35 to 44, female 25 to 34, mobile, mobile, female 35 to 44. So at this point, how much money am I spending on day one when this thing launches? I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now, this is less money than if I would have done this for all age groups in my previous method of $25 per ad set with all the age groups within it. That would have been $100. You can now, if you want, if you're comfortable spending more money, the most I would spend on day one for any ad set is half the margin of the shirt. So if I'm making $13 per shirt, $6.50 is my budget. So I would do this, and I would change that to $6.50. I've now changed all of these to $6.50. They all start tomorrow. And you know what? You got $6.50, 13, 26, what is it? 52. Yeah, so $52. So it's still good. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but you've only clicked it up slightly, and you will find out if these ad sets will convert at half the profit per shirt, which you would be doubling your money if they did, or more if they did it for less. But that'll give you a good amount of data to go in here and go similar to the scaling video. The scaling video is really not going to change, and you're just going to go in and you're going to look at the data, and you're going to look, okay, so men on desktop 25 to 34 we're converting at X. I'm going to keep that based off the rules that I lay out to you in the scale video. So I hope that helps. That makes sense. Just upload, go to your campaign, upload it, and let's start pushing into those large audiences. I think I like this one more because you have potential to catch bad performing ads and ad sets right away, and you can kill them before you spend any serious amount of money on them. And the winners will be shown to you right off the bat. You can catch it even almost on day 2, and you could just immediately push them. And we've been getting good results with this, and it's been working out for us. Scale according to the scale video and start pushing into large audiences. I hope this helps. This is the new ads format. If you still have the old ads format, go to the other video that's previous to this, and let's keep selling shirts. All right, everybody. Talk soon. Good Schmidt.